Welcome back, folks. Sheepdog Smokey here. Hope you're having a good Wednesday at this point. And the exodus from the Democratic Party by conservatives of minority descent continues. As I said in my last video, and as I've said in other places, I don't like political parties. I know that coalitions will form and politicians will band together to get something accomplished. Until it became verboten, Joe Biden admitted that he worked with segregationists to get things done that were not at all related to segregation. I can disagree with a stance you have and still agree with you on something else and work with you to get something done. Imagine if during the 1960s there was a rural, very underfunded volunteer fire department, staffed primarily of minorities who decided we're going to build our own fire station because the racist people around here don't care if we burn. But when a rich area started burning, they showed up to help, and people said, we don't want your help. Imagine that logic. And that's what's happening now. The Democratic Party is literally imploding because they have embraced the mindset of, we will only help those who agree completely with us, and only those who agree completely with us may help us. But everyone is ordered to vote for us. Well, we have a congressman from Georgia who has decided, like so many others, to walk away.
Hello, America. This is Georgia State Representative Vernon Jones. After 40 plus years, Joe Biden has finally agreed and listened to me, Diddy, and other black conservatives, and now, out of nowhere, he has a black agenda. The only problem with that, Joe, you're a day late and a dollar short. Now Joe come lately wants to come out and imitate Donald Trump's agenda for blacks in America. The first thing Joe should have had on his black agenda was opening up the Democratic Party to independent and conservative thinking blacks. Now, isn't it ironic that many in the Democratic Party beat me up and attacked me for holding the Democratic Party to a black agenda, and out of nowhere, Joe Biden releases one from his basement, and the black community and others are doing this. But that's okay. I'm glad that Joe, or maybe his handlers, were listening to me and the other black conservatives and the conservative media. And now, all of a sudden, here we go. But you know what? Like I said, Joe, you're a day late and you're a dollar short. You are not committed in your heart to the black agenda. This is an election ploy. This is a hoax, and we're not going to stand for it. That's why we're going to support Donald Trump with a proven track record for black people in America and all people in America. Peace out, America. Thank you so much.
That was Georgia Representative Vernon Jones. And Representative Jones, I stand with you 100%. I've stood 100% with what you just said for quite a while. Since before I graduated high school, actually. See, I'm a history and political science and social sciences junkie. While my classmates in high school were reading Stephen King and Tom Clancy and any other manner of fiction, I was walking around with General Schwarzkopf's book, or with a biography of a president or vice president, or another non-fiction book about political stuff. And back then, even as a teenager, I could see that the Democrats didn't care one whit about anyone that they had to step on to gain and keep power. It goes back beyond Johnson and his pledge that he'd have minorities voting Democrat till the day they die. It goes back beyond the Civil War. People who believe that they are owed power, as the Democrats do, will never care for any one group or multiple groups, or the entirety of their citizenry. They care only for power. And as Representative Jones so eloquently put, Joe Biden has finally, after 4+ decades in office, decided to have an agenda for African Americans. And it seems to be the exact same thing President Donald Trump is already doing. And it's also the exact thing that former President Barack Obama did not. Why didn't Obama pardon any of the people who should have been pardoned while he was president that President Trump has? Why didn't black unemployment take a skydive like it did under President Trump until all of this mess hit? Why is he showing up, as Representative Jones puts it, a day late and $1 short? The answer is, as Representative Jones said in this video, this is a political ploy. It happens every 2 years for House and Senate, and every 4 years for the presidency. It is nothing more than, anyone running against me is a racist bigot. I am the only one who will help you. And as soon as they gain any form of power, you're a ghost of a memory. While I don't 100% agree that there should be separate agendas for minority populations, I do understand that we have entire segments of the population of this country, of our citizenry, that face different challenges in their life. Some of them geographic, some of them political, some of them racial, and on and on and on. President Donald Trump has worked to lift those in dire situations out of that situation and help them, not with a hand out, but a hand up, so that they can further their education or better their economic situation with better employment or with the ability to, move or whatever. Secretary Carson is working to improve low-income areas through housing and urban development. Look up Boxable, Boxabl, on YouTube, and search Boxable Secretary Ben Carson. He quite literally says, and I agree with him, that, right now it's a prototype. They're very quick to admit they can't produce many of those things a day. But Secretary Carson rightly sees it as a very good possible way to address the housing situation and the homeless situation. Democrats don't care. They only care about trotting out their tired politics, the same as they do every 4 years, to spread lies and innuendo that so-and-so is a racist Nazi bigot straight from the seventh circle of hell. And you must vote blue so that we can forget about you and go about solidifying our power and deepening our pockets. I'm quite certain that Representative Jones and I are going to disagree on a lot of things, and we will likely agree on a good number of things. That's how politics and being an adult works. You can't please everyone. You can't always expect everyone to agree with you, nor can you expect to agree with everyone. You see, we're all different. We all have a different backstory. We all have a different life situation. We all have different education, different goals, dreams, desires. But we're going to find our paths crossing and our beliefs merging on some topic here and there. And it's when that happens that you find out who the true adults in the world are and who the toddlers who have reached adult chronographic age, probably not the right word for it, but have maintained the status of mental toddler are. You see, the adults are the ones who say, okay, let's set aside our differences right now. Let's build a house. Let's fix up a park. Let's address the homeless situation. Look at South Texas after Hurricane Harvey. You couldn't tell who was Republican, Independent, or Democrat. They rolled up their sleeves and they got out their boats and their jet skis and their other equipment, and they went door to door looking for people. Other people showed up with food and drink to feed those, helping their neighbors. Countless people came from Louisiana and other states. The Cajun Navy showed up with their flat-bottom boats. I can guarantee you, there was a lot of disagreement. There were a lot of people on both sides of the aisle and on all sides of any issue who said politics don't matter right now. People are hurting. We're going to help them. And that's what it should be. When the crises have passed, then you can go back to, here's an issue I want to do. Here's something I want done. And then as logical civil adults, debate it. Discuss it. Listen to dissent so that you can clarify your position or possibly, God forbid, learn from it. That's why I end my videos the way I do. Because I don't, and I never will, expect everyone who subscribes, everyone who comes across one of my videos, to agree with me wholeheartedly, 100% across the board. I can guarantee you that you and I will disagree. But I can also guarantee you I will not call you names or scream and yell at you. If you do, I'll probably give you a response that's very blunt and to the point, but not vulgar or childish. And then I will ignore you. Unfortunately, we cannot ignore the 535 voices in the houses of Congress. Right now, a large number of them are vehemently working to overthrow the U.S. government, just as the DNC has done since Eisenhower. Because they firmly believe that only they may hold power. And if that is not given to them at the ballot box, they will take it by any means necessary. They're just far more open about it now. Thankfully, people are waking up. I've talked long enough. Let me know what you think in the comments. As always, be civil. As I said, we're not here to scream, yell, and insult each other and act like toddlers. We are here to discuss, dissent, and debate as logical civil adults. If someone shows up that does not abide by those rules, I will be very direct. They will know my position on it. They will likely either be hidden from the channel or blocked. Because I don't want to inflict them on the others who are able to discuss things as civil adults. Please remember to like and share the video to widen the conversation so that more people get involved and we hit the milestones faster for the giveaway. You'll want to be subscribed for that so you're part of it. So make sure you are and turn on notifications so that you know when I post new things. I will tell you that you're likely to see this change up quite a bit before long. I've actually not shaved, other than this, because I really can't stand it, in well over 2 months. And this is all I get. So I am likely going to accept it, and I don't know. But as you can tell, it itches because I scratch my face. And not really supposed to be doing that right now, so who knows, you may see a new look. Until next time, everyone have a wonderful day.